Beast by Nick Warburton, with James Fleet, Eve Best and Struan Roger.
I was out in the boat. A flat sea like this, and a calm, grey sky. There was rain about, I could tell. But before there was the rain, the beast appeared. This is how it happened. I was out alone, and there was little sign of anything about. Not many fish. The other boats already turned for home. The sky almost empty of birds. I made up my mind to return too, but before I could, there was a pull on the net.
Whoa!
The boat lurched. I grabbed the net, and then everything held still for a moment, entirely still. I waited. And what came into my mind then was the story Father Anthony told us of the apostles fishing and catching nothing, and Jesus telling them to cast again on the other side of the boat, and they did, and the net was filled. A multitude of fishes. But the net did not break. 153 fishes. I thought all this as I felt the tension in the net, and waited for the next thing to happen. Then it pulled again. Not the pull of a multitude, the pull of one. A single thing. And I tightened my grip. That's the way, beauty. You come to me. Come into me. I called it. Out of the sea. And suddenly, there was no more tug on the net. I felt only softness beneath the water, yielding. So I looked over the side, and something was looming towards me from the depths. And a twisted thing, like a claw, was reaching up at me. It grasped the net, and at the same moment I pulled, and it surged into the light. And then it was in the boat, bellied in the net and lolloping on the planks. Huge. I grabbed for the oar, for anything. Dear God. Dear God, alive. What is it? And that was the first I saw of the beast. Lifeless and streaming in the bottom of the boat, curled in a tangle of limbs and net and seaweed. I had no notion what it was, or why it came. What now? What am I going to do with you? My first thought was to ask old Jonas. I'd learned the sea with Jonas. He knew all there was to know. I watched what he did and learned from him. But only slowly. Jonas never said much unless you asked. Now he was finished with the sea, and he lived with his daughter, Rowena. She cared for him because he couldn't care for himself.
She won't want me calling on Jonas, I know that.
No, Rowena barely had a civil word for me then, because she said I was the cause of all their bad luck. But here I was with this mystery from the sea.
And if anyone knows what it is, it'll be Jonas.
And I had to ask someone.
What do you want?
To see Jonas.
What?
I have to.
It won't do you
I have
any
to
good.
talk to him.
Even you must know that.
I need his help, Rowena.
Help?
He'd want to help me, Jonas would.
And why would he want that? After what you did? My father nearly died. I thought he was dead. And you were the cause, weren't you? Weren't you? You took him out on that boat on that black night when he barely had the strength to walk. Everyone knew he was sick. You did too.
Yes.
Not another soul went out on that night. Not one man along the whole coast. And then you bring him back to me more dead than alive.
It wasn't like that.
Then how was it? You were there, tell me. Tell me why you rode him into the teeth of a storm.
Because he asked me to.
Then why didn't you say no? You've had long enough to visit him, Clay. Any time you could have come to see him.
I've come now.
And you never said. Not a word of sorry or shame or... You leave a basket of fish outside the door, that's you, isn't it?
Yes.
To pay your conscience?
No.
No? A basket of fish? You think that's good enough? Why didn't you come?
Oh, I don't know. Because I knew what you thought.
What we all thought, Clay. That my father nearly died. And you were to blame.
I am sorry for what happened, Rowena. You know I am.
How would I know that when you've never said?
Well, there was a time when you could tell what was in my mind.
Well, I can't now. What do you want to see him for?
I have to tell him, to ask him.
Ask him? You make it worse, you do. You come round here to laugh at me.
No.
You do. You must. You've got things to ask him, have you? Well, then go into him now. Ask him. There he sits, Clay. Tell him what you have to tell him. And then see what answer you get.
He was sitting in an upright chair by the window, looking straight out, beyond the fence and the couch grass, out to sea. Jonas? He didn't look or move when I went in, just kept his face to the light from the sea. He didn't turn when I said his name. Jonas? It's me, Clay. I've got something to tell you, something I found, and I don't know what to do about it.
You hear that? That's as much as you'll get.
He doesn't speak.
Not a word.
I had no idea.
Of course not. How would you?
I'm sorry, Rowena. I shouldn't have come.
You should have come a lot sooner than this, Clay. Oh, now you are here. Sit down. Talk to him.
Talk to him, but
He won't answer. He won't even blink. But it'll be a change of voice. And who knows what he comprehends.
I thought he comprehended nothing at all. But I moved a chair close and talked to him. I told him how I caught the beast. Rowena stayed in the doorway listening, and Jonas stared out of the window as if he could see it all so clear. There was nothing out there, just one star over a bank of grey cloud. Did you ever come across the lightning, Jonas? Because, really, I don't know what to do.
Where is this thing now?
What?
Where is it?
Penned in the old sty, back of the cottage.
Alive?
I think so. I can't leave it there, though.
And what can you do?
I don't know. I don't know what to do, Rowena. It's safe enough. I boarded up the gaps.
I'll come and see it then.
No.
You can't make your mind up on your own, Clay, can you?
I'll do something.
You won't. You'll think one thing and then you'll think another and you won't decide. That's what Father always said.
What?
You know it. That's why he found fault.
Yes, I know it well enough.
It was never that he didn't like you, but you were such a dreamer. You still are. Not reliable. Light that lamp and I'll go with you. And tell you what to do.
And she smiled, the way she used to smile. Quickly, for fear she might be thought light-hearted. Yes, look, between the planks. You can just see it.
Where?
If I left the lamp. It's still alive. Do you see?
Something. I saw it move.
That's it.
I just saw something move. A clump of something. What kind of thing is it?
No kind I've ever seen before.
And it belongs to the sea.
It came from the sea. That's all I know.
I can't see properly. Hold the lamp still. Yes. It's pressed down in the corner. Doesn't look that big.
That's just a track of bones along its spine. It's bigger than it looks. You can't see its head.
How'd you get it here?
I dragged it on a length of old sail.
Didn't it struggle?
No. Told you, it was lifeless. I hit it with the oar, tried to kill it. I don't know what it was or what it wanted, but it intended something. I had to hit it.
You could have killed it.
I know I meant to, but I couldn't finish it. I mean, it was there, helpless enough.
It comes from the sea, Clay. You don't pity the sea or anything from it.
No.
It never pitied us.
No.
You wouldn't have to fret over this if you'd killed it then and there.
I was going to.
Shh. Listen.
Is that a sea sound?
heard any sea creature sound like that?
I can't keep it here.
Well, one more blow, you said?
No.
You can still do that. You said it's ugly, it's from the sea.
I can't. Not now. I could talk to Father Anthony.
The priest? Why? You wait long enough, they'll hear about it at the castle.
Yes.
And then what? You can't make a secret of it, Clay. If you're not going to kill it...
Not.
Then tell them up at the castle. They're the masters, let them decide what to do with it.
So we went up to the castle. And they made us wait around in courtyards while they considered. Then led us up and down staircases to tell the story again to someone else. We ended up in a cold little room, stone, with a slit of a window. A man came in, said his name was Digby, captain of the guard.
And you're the ones who've been telling the story of a creature.
Yes, my lord.
And you found it in the first place.
Not me, Clay here. He was fishing.
Can he speak?
We don't know, my lord.
The fisherman, can he speak?
Yes, my lord.
Then let him. You were fishing?
Yes, sir. It got caught in my net.
Yes.
And I brought it in.
We know you brought it in. Tell us what happened, in detail.
So I told the story again, just as I'd told it to Jonas.
And when you pulled it into the boat, you say it didn't struggle?
No, it came freely, in a way. It flapped in the bottom of the boat a while.
Like a fish?
Only so far like a fish, sir, because when a fish moves, even a big fish, it's smooth. The movement is slick. You don't notice the bones. And with this thing, you did. They were like sticks and clubs. You thought they could do damage. So I hit it with the oar, and then I secured the net, and then I brought it in.
I see. And what do you think it is?
Me? I don't know.
Not a fish.
It's like a fish. In a way, a seal is like a fish. But it has limbs.
A man, then?
I don't know. It's not for me to say.
But you have an opinion?
No, sir.
And you?
It's not a man, no, my lord. Well, it came out of the sea, so it can be, can it?
Tell me, do you ever see foreign boats whilst you're fishing?
Sir?
Foreign fishing vessels?
Sometimes, yes. They're drifting closer than they're meant to, but they don't stay long.
Did you see any when you caught the beast?
Well, I can't recall. I don't think so.
You'd swear an oath there was none?
Nothing before it turned up, no. But afterwards, I couldn't say. I had my hands full, but I don't think...
The beast makes sounds, you say. Sounds come from its mouth or throat?
Yes, sir.
Is it speaking, do you think?
I don't know.
Is it making sounds that... Did you hear it make sounds that might have been speech, either of you?
Not English speech, my lord.
Foreign speech, eh? Any kind of foreign speech?
I thought...
What? You thought what?
I don't know. I thought it meant something when it made some sounds. It meant us to understand something.
Like a goose means you to go away when it hisses, that's all. Just creature sounds, not more than that.
I see.